Is season 1, episode 14 now of Secret Submissions from the
Fuck.
Dungeon with Kitten and Rob. You know me, I'm Bongmaster Rob. This lovely lady right here is Miss Sith Kitten. We've decided, actually, it was sent to me tonight whenever Sith Kitten came up with one hell of an idea. This evening, we're going to be talking about what's your go-to movies. And then we're going to go and we're going to give our opinions on New Age and older. So if you're like me and like a Bush, maybe you want the 70s. How about you, Seth? Which, if you could pick an era, what would be your era of where you would watch the most from? Modern?
Okay. I think modern because I like it trim, but the 70s had such crazy storylines.
See, that was the thing.
And that music, that guitar.
And you know what? Are you a product of the 90s? Of course you are. The Weather Channel. The Weather Channel was 70s porn music, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
If you don't, it was always like, man, what are you doing? You watching porn? Or you jacking off to the Weather Channel? Shut your fucking mouth. Mind your own business.
Look, that's if you had a remote that could go right back to the last channel, then you could watch the Spice Channel and then revert to the Weather Channel if you heard anybody coming.
And then if you had the good family members who had that big satellite that would cross the screen like this, and you had to just, man, I tell you, nobody really knows, do they? I mean, I don't know what it was like being a girl growing up in the 80s and 90s. I know what it was like growing up as a boy. You did not have anything, nothing. You had your imagination. You had
there was the Spice Channel with all the blah, 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 going down, and you kind of had to turn.
Well, you could get stuff from all over the world on those if you had a good enough satellite.
Yeah.
We used to always go to my uncle's and watch it. There was like 30 of us young kids just sitting there watching, trying to keep track. And you'd see, we all just go in unison like this as we were watching it.
My friend and I used to watch sumo because we were just so in awe of these big old fuckers.
Because we did watch a lot of the pay-per-views. They were pirated like that with like all of WWF or whatever the wrestlings were back then too. And the UFC fights just came out. What's going on, Patrick? How are you? Keep your pants zipped for a minute. I've got a couple little excerpts here that were emailed to me, and I'm going to be reading some stories in a little bit. I'll be reading a couple little ones. All I'm going to be doing is filling the water. If you guys like what you hear, I'm going to continue. If you really like what I'm going to say, what is up, not particular? Thank you so much, Hunt, for dropping in. If you guys like what I have to say, my wish list is in my bio on all of my platforms. Please feel free to stop in and pick one of them out if you want. No obligation whatsoever. Email to me if you want to. I don't care. But if you want the shout out to it, and if you want me to change the names in the book or in the short stories to yours or something you feel of, I think that one's going to definitely have to be purchased. So, Sith, you just walk in the door, rough day. Grab your phone, say, don't bother me. Go straight to the bedroom. What are you scanning for?
Okay.
If you're just...
So if it's just to kind of like, flick my bean and get...
Well, okay, that's what I was going to say. Let's say it's your go-to. You know for a fact that when you bring this up, it's there. Your body's ready. Your mind's ready. You're done. You can rub one out real quick. So
pussy licking.
Okay. Would you believe I think I'm the only male that doesn't do that? I do not go direct to girl on girl. Never have.
Oh, I never said it was girl on girl.
Oh, okay. I guess. Never mind. Well, now that. The other one.
There is an actual category on Pornhub that is just pussy licking.
I think I'm the only person in this world that doesn't go to Pornhub either.
So
I have a special channel I go to because I've never been disappointed by this channel. And I don't care to give them a fucking shout out. It's XNXX. Type that in and type in anything out of your fucking repertoire of things you've seen, thought of. They will find it. And it's free. Of course, you can buy the premium if you want to. But that's my go-to now.
So,
go ahead.
Do you remember, Rob, when there was 3-4 different, like if you wanted porn, you either had straight, gay, threesomes.
Right.
Can I just read you all of the categories Pornhub has?
Absolutely. Well, we only use
this is just the basic categories, and then you click from there and search.
Give us the mains. Yeah, that'll work. I was going to say, because if not, Jiminy Christmas, I was going to say, Lord have mercy, I can only imagine the different things.
Yeah, this is just the basic.
Your jaw just dropped. I don't want you to read that whole list.
This is just the basic category section. Like when you go categories. Okay. So we've got amateur. Okay.
Patrick and I are on the same page.
Anal. Okay.
Okay.
Then we get Arab, Asian, babe. What is considered a babe compared to the other porn stars?
That I don't know. I think it's just a listing of ways somebody would put a name out there. Maybe I don't know. I think what a lot of those are, it's alphabetical order with keywords. Like maybe somebody's typing in, "Oh, I want to see a babe doing anal." So babe might have came up so many times that it's just listed.
And then after babe is babysitter.
Well, now that I can see that being a show for that purpose.
BBW.
Right.
Behind the scenes.
What?
There is one called Behind the Scenes where you can
behind the scenes. I thought you said be high with thieves. No clue. Now I have stumbled across some of the behind the scenes. If you like watching fluffers or mishaps, yeah, no. I'm not into the extra squishy when it's not my squishy. Oh, no.
Big ass. Now this next one, I clicked on it out of curiosity because I'm like, the man from when we grew up passed away, years upon years ago, who was known to have
Bob Ross,
the dick.
John Holmes.
Yes. So I got to the big dick section and I clicked it once and I saw something that I don't think I ever want to see again. Well,
here's the thing though, is if you notice, there's really no porn star out there like him. His was natural. Who's got a fucking 6 foot long monster? I mean, God bless you if you do, but
there's one there and it's terrifying. The guy doesn't even touch her. He just holds it and
no way.
Like it's not, and it's not even attractive at that point. Like it's just gross and scary.
It becomes a side effect or a sideshow kind of thing.
Yes, like I'm looking at that and I'm going, number one, why would she want that? She can't fit any more than the tip in there. The tip is the size of a baby head. Like
maybe it's the nostalgia factor of it to say, well, I guess I can knock this off my bucket list. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's the grapefruit thing, like it is in that girls trip where you got to put 38 grapefruit on it and just get the tip. Honestly,
you know what
might have to do?
Beautiful.
We'll have to speak with somebody in that realm who does that, because I would be kind of curious to see actually how much pleasure it is for the male in that aspect. If you've got one that comes out and opens the door for you, I know where my sensitive spots are on me. I mean, I couldn't get the door open for it if I hit a fucking remote with mine. That's if I fell on top of it.
This guy who is on here, he literally, it's like that joke from the Breakfast Club about, would you date a guy with elephantitis in the balls? This guy needs a seat.
Throw it up over his shoulder and pet it.
Yeah, like this thing it looks like a giant. I mean, his anaconda, literally, it's frightening. Like he has men of dark skin going, damn.
Maybe they just line up a whole bunch of, we'll just say the what was before that, big ass. Maybe they have like 9 big asses in a row and he just walks up behind all of them and just goes in and comes back out. I mean, not in, of course, just through. Like a drive through. I don't know.
And of course,
I don't have that problem. I'm proud to say, I guess. Well, I mean, it's mine. I can't help it. I was born with it. I just work with what I got. But I can also lick my eyebrows from behind my head.
So we've got big ass, big dick, and of course, next is big tits.
I was going to say, it's got to be close to it.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. There's only a bisexual male section, not bisexual females.
I can tell you that as a fact. If you look on any website that I've ever looked at, if you type in the letters BI, you will not find 2 women. I've not. I mean, at least not off the first 38 things. You have to be more specific. You either have to make it like by FF, or if you want the 3-way, it has to be either like MMF or FMF or something like that. If you're not particular with it, it's like they've dropped that completely off. That's more of traditional sex now. And I don't see where that would be, because everyone has their right to their kinks and their own things. Right. Or maybe it's just not a high sought after category, but I don't understand that aspect.
I guess maybe the bisexual female just means threesome. But the same thing could be with bisexual male.
Yeah. So but saying you're bisexuals too is just jumping on camera with a dude and saying, oh yeah, well, by the way, I still like chicks. I mean, that could be that too. I mean, but still, you still see the other two. Okay.
Okay. Next, blonde.
Okay.
Blowjobs.
Figures.
One of my other personal favorites, bondage.
Bondage.
Brazilian.
Now, okay, there's where I'm lost. What is that? Is it
Brazilian women?
Or Brazilian women? Okay,
that's when you hear Arab, Brazilian, Asian, it's all
okay. So you're
of that
still
persuasion.
Ordering that way. Gotcha.
And then you hit British, and I'm like, but they're so boring. Do they just do it missionary style?
Oh no, my God! I'll tell you right now, as a man, when I hear the word "daddy" in a British woman's voice, I lose my fucking shit.
But that still doesn't mean she's going to be a freak in bed.
It don't fucking matter. Just open her mouth. I'm audible. Well, just because she's Brazilian or Asian doesn't mean she's going to be dynamite in bed either.
Right. But my point was just British women. Yeah, they've got the great voice, but they're raised to be so proper. So do they let loose and be a complete whore, or are they just as boring in bed?
Well, if you want my personal experience from trolling through porn, they are 90% dominatrix. It's like they're closeted. I'm staying at home like this, but when darkness falls is when mommy comes out to play, kind of thing. I mean, I've noticed that there's a lot of them that have that kind of deep voice in it.
Okay.
Or I guess you can go with what Patrick says. They so prissy.
They so prissy.
Sometimes it's nice to have a little prissy little miss something that you can snatch up off the fucking ground and give her a nice little finger necklace and show her who the boss is. I mean, you never know. It depends on how they say the words to you, the way they say them.
True. Okay. And then we go to brunettes. And then things get a little bit messy with bukkake.
That's not just a little bit messy. That is quite a bit lot messy.
And then here's one that it's great for shits and giggles to me, but I never understood actually spanking it. The next one is cartoon.
Okay. Now, we will revert back to what I said about being a product of the 80s and 90s. Do you remember the cartoons from the 80s and 90s and how vividly enhanced those were, even if they were a little mouse? I mean, I think that's why. I really do. And anime has hit so much that it's
true.
If Jessica Rabbit came to me in a dream, you better believe I would. Or if she came here, that's just the way cartoon characters in certain. I would say that's probably where the tune would fall. I'm not saying it's, Teletubbies and shit like that going crazy.
Oh God.
Cartoon Rob is a new thing for me. All right. Well, we got a bunch. If you look behind the screen behind me right now up on this wall, that's a nice cartoon, Rob. You can almost see my left nipple. Right. Almost.
And then we move on to casting, the casting couch. Because,
Which to me, I do not like because that's an assault couch in my eyes.
Yeah.
That is people tried to give their all to be in there and they are doing anything and everything. And you can see their inhibitions go flying around the fucking window. And I understand the raw aspect of that, but sometimes they really fucking make them people look like shit. I mean, I get it if that's what you're going into, but a little bit of respect.
Next is celebrity. So all them sex tapes that,
Yeah, I was never really... I like surprise nudity when it comes to celebrities and things like that. So I'd much rather just watch it in the movies than I would see in their cutaway tapes.
I won't lie. I would probably pay for an Eliza Dushku sex tape.
Oh, I would too. I really like her. I would pay to let Jason Statham fuck me. I don't care. We'd make one on our own. Weird. I don't give a shit.
I mean, with his looks and his voice, yeah.
But I wouldn't pay. No. What is his voice? His voice is a fucking British voice. So don't tell me a British accent is not sexy, regardless of what they look like.
See, but British women and British men are different. Like when I hear British men, I hear gentlemanly. With women, I hear that Cockney accent.
I don't know about. I honestly have never seen that video. Never. I've never seen the Pam Anderson video. I've never seen the Paris Hilton video.
I still remember walking
thrown out. I know, but that shit was intentionally thrown out for clout, just to get the people some clout. And I don't like it.
I remember the first time I woke up in a porn shop. Walked into a porn shop.
Woke up in a porn shop.
There was a celeb section, but it was like, And then, but there was the one right in the front. Sylvester Stallone, the Italian Stallion. And I looked at that and went, ew, he's old.
Well, I will tell you this, ladies. I have seen Mr. Stallone's tallywhacker. As a young child, of course, you snoop in things. And sometimes you find things you weren't supposed to. And, Mom, I hope you're not listening, but she has it in a collector's thing now of when he was in Playgirl. We stumbled across that shit. Yeah. I mean, God love him.
I found that
Damn,
David
bub.
Duchovny's
Back then,
junk
anyway,
can
at
be
least.
covered with just a little teacup.
No, this one here, he was all out, just saying hello. Hello.
Hello. And then next on the list would be closed caption.
Really?
I mean, deaf people want to know what they're saying, okay?
No, I'm not knocking it. I was just agreeing, just trying to get the
For
feel
them
for
people
it.
who get into the story.
Right. Well, that's me. I really like a decent storyline, even if it's a 30-minute quick plot. As long as you can feel it all hit at once.
College.
Okay.
Compilations. Okay.
I do like them because sometimes that's just right where you need it to be.
Yep. Just kind of something quick.
Yep. If you're in the mood to watch somebody disperse things from their body, whether it be male or female ejaculation, squirting, anything like that, you can get compilations in just one after another. Oops, sorry. Or even, like you said, just tongue action. You can get them all right then. So, yeah, I get that. It's like a vagina collage. Oddly enough, the man sitting across from you has got so many masks and so many different costumes. I have never once been in costume.
It's a hint out there, by the way, ladies.
Would I do it for someone? Absolutely. Is it something that I'm drawn to? I don't know. I really don't. I don't look over there and say, oh gosh, I want to take this one out with somebody and do that. It's nothing like that. I would say that it would have to be like a in the moment thing. Like if I brought somebody back here to my studio, showed them everything I had going on, and they tried masks on, I tried masks on, a flirtatious thing like that. But I don't know if I could ever just, please, I'm not shaming in any way, shape, or form, but I have seen the furry style. I don't know. I don't think I could ever do that. But if I was with somebody who really wanted me to do it, then I would. That's the kind of person that I am.
When you have the females out there who like the stranger scenario or the assault scenario, those are amazing.
Oh, I feel it. I do.
Hey, but I mean, a chick comes up to you dressed as Harley Quinn and says, "Fuck me, Mr. J."
I'm done. I'm not saying I don't find eroticism in it, because I do. I just have never personally done it myself. That's the only thing. I just never have.
Before I move on, because we're only in the C's. I need to take a hit on my.
I need to take a hit too, because before you go on, I'm going to read this short little line right here.
Oh, I'm going to need a hit,
because I know Michelle is like sitting in the wings back there, ready to jump out and go. Wait! I heard Rob's voice. That's what I figured. Anyway, special shout out to Bonk for this, because if you guys missed our last episode, our special episode this past Friday, we had Jacob and Joseph on here. Look at these massive. I'm going to fanboy again for a minute. I'm sorry, I should never talk because my nipple got hard. If you don't know anything about metalworking, this shit is all freehand. This guy is right foot controlling the welder, left foot controlling the turntable, right hand holding his tungsten and his stinger, left hand feeding his filler rod, and making this. I mean, that's if Bonk me. Check them out. Seriously. You guys have got to check them out.
Do it.
And if you do check them out, make sure you use Kit and Rob. You'll save 15% on it too. I actually gave a free t-shirt, and I believe John is in here right now. She actually purchased one on Friday's episode, and she already has her Bongmaster Rob t-shirt heading her way. Oh, Kib, I'll tell you, as soon as they come up with those little ones, did you happen to hear when they were going to release those, Sith?
He said soon, like any day. So
when I seen them, oh my gosh, I got so excited about that, because it just pictured little Harvey in my hand. But this thing here, I shit you not, I've got the water in it like they told me to, and it still does not have any weight to it. It fits my hand just fucking perfect. Oh, I got to hit it with you.
By the way, did you notice that I hit it and I didn't cough like a bitch this time? Not even a little.
Well, you do know the last time you did that, you had 9 different weeds compiled into that one little thing, right?
I mean, this has 4.
4, that is worth.
4 different kinds of weed in it this time. Oh, did you see the new bowl? I got a black metal bowl.
Did you find it come in?
Yeah.
You're damn right. We're hopping right down to Highville, Dusty.
And I put in the new exotic flower from Cheddar to Popper Cherry
I heard
the
that's
new,
coming.
They sent me the new. It's Oh God, hang on.
I'm trying to remember what it's called too. Is it Blue something?
Truffle Aloha, I think.
Because he sent me a message. I think it was the day before yesterday. Told me I had mine coming.
Truffle Aloha.
What's it taste like?
It's kind of fruity. It's sweet. I like it.
Dusty. If you'd rather hear it in a male's voice, she's going to grab that thing and pop its cherry. That's what she said.
I did. I popped it already, and then they also.
His fingers slid through my clit.
Oh God, here he goes.
And he moans in satisfaction to know how wet I really am. With his other hand, he holds me by the shoulder and he continues to press me toward the surface. His face is close to mine so that he can hear my groans under his hands. So there's a lot of these on here. I'm just going to keep going down as we keep going.
Me too.
And as I said when I first started, well, I was okay until Rob started that. That's funny shit, Kim. That's great. I fucking love that. Patrick too. Patrick, where's your other hand? Patrick's.
I'm gonna go check on Michelle.
Oh, I'm very sorry for that. But
Michelle, you okay?
I will let you know though when I read this larger paragraph in a moment.
Rob's in here reading dirty stories on the show.
I'm gonna turn this light off, and it's gonna put a little.
You better get in here. Little
tint to me, and a green tint. I'll pull my glasses off, and I'll lean into the camera as I read this. This is actually a really good one. I really can't wait to read this. Anyway, you want me to read now, or you wanted to continue on what you were talking about?
Oh, by all means.
Oh no! If we're going to keep
by all means.
I want you to read at least 10 more while I hit this, and then I will go.
Right.
And I'll read. Right. I'm not reading the whole thing yet.
Okay. All right.
But I will have you guys know that I did change the name of the people or person because they only show the man's name. It will no longer be Ben. So Ben, if you're out there somewhere, I'm very sorry. Tonight's Rob. As you can tell, I have the black ears on with the a little bit of silver in the middle. It's not Robin. It's yours fucking Robert. Rob's going to read the story to you.
So, after cosplay.
Be right back.
Uh-oh. Next, we have cream pie.
I can now. Yeah. Well, I've always wondered why. Why is it when you do? Somebody's been practicing. I have not. Maybe I have a little bit. Maybe I read that same line 15 times before we went live. You see the typical sex all the time, and okay, to anybody out there does not know that porn is not one cut. No one has that much stamina. It's like 45 cuts, and they just really stitch it together. And every time that goes down, there's a fluffer going, bringing it back up. So when you see the compilation like that, it makes you, or the cream pie like that, it makes you wonder, did he actually slip the one time and didn't pull out enough time? Like, well, fuck it, might as well record it anyway. Just stay in there for a minute. I've always wondered why that actually finally came out.
I can actually answer some of that. The companies who follow the law, they're always using condoms.
Right, of course, yes.
My sister worked for one that wasn't exactly up and up. And they would raw dog it.
Is that why they sent that thing around here recently that like Ohio was trying to charge $10,000 to any male who ejaculated without the purpose of reproduction?
Nope, that's just a Christian thing.
Oh. Well, I feel myself very strong with God, and I don't think I'll vote.
How are they going to go around, sir? We heard you masturbating last night.
There's only fans out there. There's a lot of porn sites. If they see
but
where
I'm saying, if they make it illegal
that?
To FAP, basically,
but,
how are they going to catch you?
Yeah, well, yeah. They. Now you're talking.
I'm just saying,
listen, have you ever wanted to get caught? Have you ever thought, God, what would that feel like? What would it feel like? Just somebody to step in and you just, should I finish? Should I rub my own nose in it? What should I do?
I've actually used that to seduce a guy before.
I'm telling you what, I've actually fucking done that to seduce myself. I'm not kidding. There has been times in my past life that I've left my main door open, just my screen door shut, go down the hall to my bedroom. Not saying it's this house. I'm just saying that I have in hopes that certain people would walk in while I was in the middle of doing it, just because I didn't have the nerve, I guess, and I'd much rather hide. I don't know. It was weird. That was really, really young. Not anymore. I don't give a shit if you don't like me. because I know when I lean in and read the mic, somebody's going to touch it.
So on to the next one.
Anyway,
Cuckold.
yeah. Now, I've seen him. I've watched him. I get the premise behind it because it does happen a lot. But they really, really definitely took. Oh wait, I got to stop. You continue.
Oh no!
No, this is.
Oh my!
Yeah. UV lights. No, we're not searching. But no, Michelle, we were not meant to be together. If we were meant to be together, you would have been here at the start of the show. That's all I got to say.
Oh,
she had to beckon you twice to hear this voice. So I'm not even going to give you the dignity of saying your name.
Oh, damn.
Michelle.
Damn, Michelle.
I love fucking with her. Love it. Can't help it. I didn't even read yet. Please don't tell me she's...
Now she's texting me.
She was operating the window shades. Are you ready to get caught on your own? You don't need to get caught.
I guess she wants to get caught. But no, I never understood, like, there's no turn on for me on the cuck ones. I mean, maybe some guy. I mean, I do know guys. I was with a guy who got off on watching me with other guys.
Now, I can tell you this as a jealous man in my early 20s and things, the thought of like an ex being with somebody, it was, or even the person, like you thought they were cheating on you. It kind of gives you that adrenaline rush of fear, anger, and enticement at the same time. Then I'm thinking like, what would I ever fucking do if I walked in? Would I let him finish, then do something? Or what would I do? You know, I never really thought, but I don't think I could ever do that, especially with somebody that I loved or cared a lot about. Unless now I'm going to keep using this word, unless I'm the kind of person that if we're together and we are there for each other, until I meet my boundaries, I will be there for you. Now, if I think you're going to do something like that just for the simple purpose you want to sleep with one of my friends, then absolutely not. But if it's something that we agreed on, you know what I mean?
Right.
Where it was more of a mutual thing. And if we went, say, we're in Ohio, so if we went to Southern California, chances are we know anybody there wouldn't be that. So it would be something that I would be willing. I don't know how long I'd watch, though. I might have to leave the room. I don't know. I don't think I could.
I'd hurt the person touching what was mine. I don't share my toys. What's mine is mine. I'm an only child, God damn it.
So why is it okay for you to have somebody watch you do that?
That was with someone else, and I didn't want it. I did it to make
sure. No. That's all my question was. No, I was just saying, was you doing it for them for the purpose
of... That's why our relationship didn't last, is I didn't feel wanted, because I felt that someone who wanted to be with me wouldn't want anyone to even fucking look at me sideways, let alone fuck me. Right.
No, I get that point. I get that point. I really do.
That's how my first marriage ended, actually.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. My first marriage ended in sex too, just not with me. Okay. So anyway, we'll move on to the next.
After cuck is cum shots, which to me is just bukkake, but in different places.
Is it solo bukkake pretty much? I mean, yeah, it is. But see, that's the way porn always used to be. You never, because I mean, you could always fake, oh, I'm done inside her now. No, they always wanted to see the completion. Now, this is where I'm going to get selfish. That's why I am pro squirter as a male. Ladies, if any male has ever looked at you the wrong way for exploding in their face like that, come to me. Because what are we doing every single time to you? Wherever it goes, right? Oh, sorry. Oh, that was your new shirt. Whoops, sorry. Why not?
Whoops, now I'm going to use it to clean it up. Ha!
Yeah. And just because you are having your internal just heaven and nothing is expelling, that does not mean you're done when it comes to me. I like to see completion when I'm finished. So, for instance, my Jeep, when it's done, you're going to hear it run. You're going to see it drive down the road. So when I'm going down there and using this, not only are you going to expel those things, there's also going to be seepage. And I'm going to make sure that everything in my power to make that happen. Anyway, please continue.
Okay.
You don't even know where you're at now, are you?
Yeah, I do. Check.
You're the one reading off these articles. I'm trying my best to keep out, but...
Yep, check. And
I
then...
guess you can tell what I like so far, the ones I decided to comment on.
Oh, this one's interesting. Here's one for blind people. Described videos.
Now, I've done...
Rob, I see a job in your future.
I was going to say I've done ASMR. I've listened to some of those because I'm a very audible person. I can get really turned on by a simple just accent change or a sound change, pitch change in a sequence. And yes, Michelle, I said seepage. Seepage is when you see that little bit of cream just coming right out of there. That's what seepage is, honey. Did you notice that hard swallow from Sith there? She agrees. Because see, there are the three myths. They're the typical inside, I'm going to come, you can't see me. Then there's the female who can cream, and then there's the female who can squirt. When you find that unicorn that does all three, you shove that tongue inside her till you touch her brain, and you do not stop until her soul follows it out. Ma'am.
Next would be double penetration.
Now, I've never with another male with a female, but I have with instrumentational things, because if that's what she's into, I definitely will do it. Now, I've decided to be mean and say I would like to do that. I want to see what you think you can take, kind of thing. But I guess that kind of goes back to refers to the other one with the not hardcore, but more aggressive step to it. I think I'm going to put this on the screen now, and it's going to stay here the rest of the time, Patrick, because I fucking love you, my man. I really do. No matter what it is I do, you're the only one that I know that will always be here for me. And I'm glad I can do the things I do for you. Because we're all here, man. We've been doing funny, silly shit for a minute. Now, continue, because I know that the next, I better get
CC, no triple. No triple, CC.
What's going on, Shaggy? How you doing, man?
Hey, Shaggy. Next, we have Ebony.
One, I can agree with that. I've had that thought. I never have been with a person of a different race, but the thought has been there. I have watched videos in that realm, yes. Personally,
Euro?
I mean, that's just... What?
Just Euro. I guess all the other countries they don't mention in Europe.
So you just put... Wow. Okay, have you ever like sat over here and read the chat and you try to follow along with it and you go like, just I'm gonna rifle through here real quick, just so you guys know what I'm dealing with over here, because I've got 3 different platforms coming up on this chat. So we're going to start here, and then it's going to go to here, and then to here. And then back up to some seepage, because we gotta keep the seepage. Can't forget about the seepage now. I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff. Euro is trash. I still got to go with the British accent, though. I'm rock hard with a British accent.
I'm sorry, Irish accents. Mm-hmm. Certain German accents. Now, not the oh yeah, no, not those, but that's that more angry, deep, like he's gonna fuck your world up German accents.
Kind of like the screaming Rammstein style singing that you don't understand. Yes. Like, okay, just stop and fuck me already. Yeah, that kind
actually
of
I do. I took actually German in middle school, because even in middle school I found that attractive. But yeah, no, I can't get into the, like the guy from what the hell's that movie called? With the Nazis. You know what I'm talking about? Inglourious Bastards.
I was just saying,
the main German guy on that one.
Nazi in that way, that was Brad Pitt
like
saying that.
There's nothing attractive of that guy's accent with, oh, we have a bingo. There's nothing attractive about that German accent.
Okay, but what about the guy from Step Brothers when he comes over with that high-pitched kind of same accent, and his body looked that same way? Do you remember when they were? Have you seen it when they were looking?
Oh, you mean Grown Ups?
Or Grown Ups? What did I say? Step Brothers? Sorry, yeah, Grown Ups.
Oh yeah, the Saskatoons. No.
So even if he spoke that way and looked that way, you still wouldn't.
Now I want to point out that what's underneath there is probably 2 little raisins. Because if he's got a body like that and a voice like that, he's roided up. But no, that voice would no.
Hey,
just no.
Stop pointing below my table. I told you whatever happens below that camera, you can't say anything.
Like, just no.
Rob now pulls my t-shirt over my head and he turns me around again. He pushes me towards the kitchen counter, which I now bend down. My body lies on the free surface while my ass stretched out towards him. I will continue that in a moment. Anyway, go back to where you're at. Girl, if I got you to choke with 12 words. Oh, hell.
Oh, my God. Okay, so next would be exclusive. So
that is a good idea. But I don't know if we can pull through that.
We would have to. Oh my God! Could you imagine Scripps just sitting here reading?
I don't think we couldn't do it together. We'd have to have a moderator. We'd have to have somebody in the middle because nobody'd be able to run the show. We'd have to have somebody with us trying to control the chat. There's
probably Vices would do it just because he'd get to listen to me. And so then there's
stand here. Yeah, that's what it says, Kim. It just says ass towards him. That's it. You guys just have to stay there, standing, stretched out,
so
ass toward me for a few more seconds.
This next one, I want to point out, guys. No, I'm no judging, but this one is the one that I'm sorry. This makes me go ugh, because of my own. Like, I don't like them. I don't like them, and that would be feet.
I get it, and to anybody out there who's not in the know, that's the fourth hole. Just saying. I mean, it's something that this new generation decided they wanted to make. I get it. The feet fetish is fine. I mean, yeah. I mean, if I was with somebody who was turned on by, because I will rub somebody's feet regardless. You know, I'm not disgusted by feet, but that's not a turn on in that aspect. But yeah, that's the fourth. Congratulations.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, when I get my nails done, I get my toes done, but it's more for me.
Ooh.
You know? And I know loads of guys who love toes and love feet. Like, they love looking at them. But I'm just not one of those. I saw that.
Somebody was just blessed with a feet pic.
I'm just not my thing. But if you like it, that's awesome, dude. But not me.
I'm sorry, Jonna. Are you still positioned ass up waiting on the return? We'll get right back to that. Anyway.
On that same subject, female orgasm would be the next.
Well, you know, I think the reason why I like to do this is because it turns me on. I'm such an audible person. I will sit and listen to people talk if I think they have a sexy voice, and I'll get cold chills. I mean, I will. I can really, really. I don't know what the hell she just put in the chat. I'm not clicking on that link, Michelle, whatever that is. What does that link to, Michelle? I am not clicking on that. What's it say? Sixth? Wait.
Make fifth, sixth holes in.
Okay, now I glanced over and thought I'll put it up here now. I thought it was some weird link because I've seen it pop up through there before. You're right. A contortionist could probably come up with quite a few of them. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man,
now, Kim, when you say salads, do you mean like tossing them, or do you just not like greens? Because I don't do salads either. Not my thing. I know people who do, and that's awesome. And I'm not going to lie. Right there, right under Michelle's. Because I'm not a tosser either, so I feel you.
Well, if you got a clean fork, you can eat my ass.
I mean, we've had this conversation before in here, actually.
Patrick, I want to give you a high five. I'm sorry if I scream in everybody's ear. Yeah, my biggest turn on is seeing a woman in her natural element, seeing her just controlling herself and looking up and grinning at me watching. That right there stops my fucking. There's no wonder I wear a heart monitor. I gotta quit talking. I gotta quit this show. Damn it, sis. I can't keep doing this shit.
So with the female orgasms, so when it comes to me, my issue with my own,
do it.
And I feel awkward being watched because number one, I'm a squirter, and that automatically freaks me out.
I can see that.
But to the face.
Now, see, that's yes. You have really got.
I love you, Kim. That is awesome.
Wait.
Such a waste of.
What? You're okay.
She means both salads. She don't toss and she don't eat the greens.
Both salads. Cause this fella here was almost
Oh,
going
Kim,
to
I
say,
love you.
somebody must have a tongue about the length of mine if they're getting out remnants. Now,
Ew,
what did you say before we
no.
started? Because that threw me off there. Wow. Well, okay. What did you? Wow.
The other reason I hate the whole squirting thing, Rob,
Right.
is because somehow when it starts, I always end up on my side of the bed.
Well,
think about the mess.
Okay.
And I'm not the type who sits and thinks, okay, we should put a towel on. No, when I want to fuck, we fuck.
I'm thinking about the mess. In case you're wondering.
I have
speaking to a
left
man
some
who's hunting
terrifying puddles.
Sasquatch, who's hunting a fucking unicorn, who wants somebody to explode in his face, madam, and you're going to tell me things like, why do you think I have a shirt? Why do you think I have a beard? I'll trade you bed size for the evening if that happens.
Exactly. I'm always left in the goddamn
that shit like a fucking trophy.
There's my husband. Do I get my drink now?
Well,
I messaged him twice for my high 9.
You're messaging for... Gee,
it's in the freezer to get nice and cold.
Okay. Now we got quite a bit of things over here. I'm going to put all these up. Here we go.
He goes, it blew up.
Oh, I bet it did. Are we still talking about the high 9, or are we talking about what we were just talking about with you in the bedroom?
I think the high 9.
I'm telling you, if I'm left that way, I would be proud. You see, Kim, you just don't have the proper place to put the mess, I think. And God, CC, I love you to death, but you have me scared now.
Rob, you're scared? I'm going to be spending a few days with her next month.
So
I'm scared.
For carbs. What the fuck does that even mean?
I know exactly what it means. It means you're strapped to the bed. The rubber sheets are to clean up the mess, and the carbs is so you can keep going.
But what is the cooked noodles?
That's what she's feeding you.
Oh, I thought she was going to hurt me and make... No, I don't know.
And you think you're scared? I'm spending a few days with her next month. She's coming out here. And we're going to be in Phoenix staying at one of her family members' house. So you think you're scared?
I feel his strong hands on my legs and then on my bottom. First he moves gently over my ass, and then I suddenly feel a sharp pain as he slaps it with a flat hand. I'm going to hit my bong on that one too. No, baby. No, baby. I knew I was going to get her on that CG. I couldn't help it. I took my glasses off, so if I'm looking like a space cadet around everywhere, I took them off long enough to read, because reflecting off there, I'm going to try to keep as much eye contact with you guys as I can. I'm just not going to stare at Sith anymore.
So this next one.
You know what you've yet to do? You've yet to hit mine. I would tell you when you hit mine.
So the next one is fetish, which I find is kind of, because feet is a fetish. Bondage is a fetish.
Everything is.
Like everything here. So this is kind of like freaky shit we don't want to talk about.
I was going to say, for science, would you open the category and not get scared? And just tell us if it's kind of the same realm of what you're talking, or if okay. I take it she found pee hole fingers, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope she did for the first fucking time.
No, so the first one was ASMR 30 minutes of mouth sounds, amazing lens, looking fine, whatever. Gross.
No, I can't do that. I can't do like the stomping, slapping. No, I can do
that. No, that's not what made me yell. That's not what made me yell. German pissing parade.
No, well, no.
Whoa,
no. What is a fucking parade? Now, I get it if you have an accident, or it's, can I just try a golden shower or something? I mean, maybe yes, no, but a parade?
No, I believe this is Maltese.
A parade is like, isn't that something's got to be pulled by something?
And then here's lactating. So yeah, there's a lot of water sports
now
going on there.
I can agree with.
I knew someone who was really into that. He said it tasted like vanilla.
I can't say it tastes like vanilla, but I mean, of course, I have 3 children. So whenever I was with the person who I had children with, when they were pregnant and we still had a child of that age and the hormones hit, I can say that it's a turn on for both sides.
No, Vices. No.
What do you put?
Are these hints
for tonight? Absolutely.
No, Vices. I'm reading every category on Pornhub. After fetish, it moves straight on to fingering. You know, those late nights in the backseat of your boyfriend's car and in the driveway, afraid of your parents coming out.
Hey, I got one of those. And that's actually my hand. That's not one of those prostheses
not like that
you guys
toy
got.
Tequila had.
No. And you see, that's a very...
Oh, God. And then the next one, Rob. This next one I'm not okay with.
If you're not okay with it, then please don't share.
It's a category. I said I'd read every category. So we go from fingering straight to fisting.
No, I can't say that I'm into that one.
Nope. Shut up, Vices. That is the one thing, Vices, I will never... You'll love this one, Rob. Vices had a girlfriend when we first met. She was obnoxious. I was friends with her, but I saw how she treated him, and she was... yeah. And he was trying to get rid of her. The funny thing is, she was like Stacy from Wayne's World, and her name was Stacy. And we went out one night, went drinking together, just he and I. She was not invited. We went and fucked on the hood of his car. The next day, the handprints and ass print were still in the dirt because we lived in the desert. So right there on the hood of his car, girlfriend saw it, didn't think a thing about it. Even his coworkers were like, "Weren't you with Kitten last night?"
Well, hold on now. I got to get back up with here. Yeah, because see, I'm not the only one. I am going to put Captain Bicey's piece up here because I think some of these things are hints for this evening. I really do.
So from fisting, we move on to French.
Why don't they just put a category of nationalities? And you just
I know. And then you click on that and go down to subcategories.
What is there, like fucking 800,000 nations in this world?
It's okay. This next category is funny, right? And it shows the picture is you see this chick and there's a dude with a straight boner, like his boner is straight. And there is a mustache drawn on it and she's got her face like that.
I really thought you were going to say something about a pee hole finger.
No. And then here's my realm. Gaming.
Really? That isn't okay. Is that like as
that's like girls gaming,
or
and you know, someone while she's still playing grabs her and bends her over, and she's playing the game while he's doing her. I
can get that. I can see that.
I'm pretty sure we'll find my sister in this next one. Gangbang.
You're awful.
Which part? Dusty or my sister?
I haven't even made to these ones yet. I'm trying to open this back up to where that I had
Rob,
the page.
She did a movie called Little Red Rides the Hood, and let me tell you, she rode the entire hood.
Well,
and it wasn't a car.
Well, I mean, I can't pass judgment on people. I'm sorry. I know it's. Oh shit! I just cleared my pen. There it is.
I can. She was built like olive oil, including no tits. I'm sorry. I started calling her Wishbone.
I bet half of them big pecker motherfuckers probably called her, damn, that hurt. I don't know. There's something about like feeling the inside of a carcass. No, I'm not into that. Anyway.
And then we move on to the German.
Now, you know, I've always wanted to be dominated, just straight dominated, but I don't think I could do it by one of the German get over here and fuck me kind of German chicks. I don't think.
Oh, but what about a German woman who's like, oh, Hans, fuck me, yeah.
See, every time I hear that, I hear Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies. You want to touch my hook? No, that was in. No, it wasn't. It was in. Fuck. What Trading Places? You want to touch my hook sack? When she's in the fucking car with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, I can't get that out of my head. But now when she was dancing, I brought the two together because that was my youth of finding things to rub one out with, and that chick was sexy as hell when she was dancing in that. And do you notice what they were doing? He was doing the daddy scenario. He kept saying, "Now take it off for daddy." See, that was before I even really knew what all that shit was all about. And yeah.
All right, next.
Maybe the guy
after the German, we move on to his the hand jobs. Not Hans, but the hand jobs.
How are you on that?
I'm very good, actually.
Well, no, I wasn't. That's not what I was fucking asking, sis.
I don't watch them. I mean, it does nothing for me. Like,
I've given things the benefit of the
Wait,
doubt.
who? Him?
Me? I am not saying daddy again. No. Nope. It's not in my repertoire.
No, that's
Somebody
my
ordered
thing.
me a book from Amazon that has daddy in it, and I will say, daddy's
Unless
good.
you mean me, and then I'll say, okay, daddy.
No, I will say, go get me some weed.
No, daddy, that's my weed.
Damn it.
You know, the worst part is my stepdad would let me break the law to go get him weed. He'd let me drive without a license because I had weed connects and he didn't when we moved to Arizona.
My dad broke his leg once and sent me into the fucking convenience store at 11 and tried to buy a 12-pack of beer. To the point where I had to walk the guy out to prove my dad was out there just so he can get that said beer. Yeah.
Next is, okay, so when you get past anal, apparently you get to hardcore. And that picture is an ass being fisted. No.
See, that's I don't fall that into the realm of
want to watch a woman be made a puppet.
More like a playful force in hardcore than I do the other way.
I'm just telling you
don't
what the
like
picture is.
Baseball bat, let me hold you down. And I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong or saying that
it's just not my thing.
Right. It's not mine.
I don't get off on seeing someone in that kind of pain because there is nothing
that
I can find like ugh.
A little bit of pain, because there's always good pleasure.
A little bit of pain, but not,
sure,
you know.
But
I just got put not, you know.
Not fun. That's the thing. Is in my eyes anyway. I mean, to each their own by all means.
And then if regular porn isn't good enough, the next one
I like
is
to make them finger
porn.
puppets, or I can make them tongue puppets. What'd you say? What that one was? Sorry.
HD porn. So get it in a higher definition than what they have. And after that, all right, all you nerds.
Ultra 4K.
Hentai. We got the hentai.
You ever watch any?
I have. I used to go to Anime Expo with a high school boyfriend.
You know,
and he was a nerd. He was a hot nerd. You know those jock nerds?
Sorry, I don't stare at jock nerds. I stare at nerds jocks.
I married a jock nerd. Like they're hot. They have a good body, but they play shit like D&D.
Well, what the fuck am I then? I work on cars and break shit and lean in and read things like this. I groan with pleasure as I feel how I literally squirm through his hand grip. He now pushes my panties halfway down and places his hand between my thighs.
Rob, what color panties do you wear?
Currently right now? Blue.
I'm not wearing any.
Well.
Just thought you should know. Anyways, next.
Well, wait a minute. I'm not wearing panties either. I'm wearing big boy underwear. Gosh, quit making me look silly.
I mean, I'm wearing pajama pants.
I put myself in a fucking eye.
Nothing else.
Ow. Anyway, go back to where you're at.
And after hentai, we go to Indian.
Which goes back to our nationalities again.
Yep. Unless maybe they've got like some Bollywood stuff going in it.
I was wondering if that's where you're going with that. Because there is a lot of, would that be listed under exotic dancing, or would it be belly dancing, or
I don't know, because I don't know. But this next one goes with some of the toys I have.
Oh Lord, that fucking could name anything. I've seen
interactive.
Interactive.
So they have those ones, like there's that one toy that had the hand things and the big hole so you could stick your and it's got a spot for your phone.
To anybody does not know what that is, it is the Pecker Whacker 5000. You can mount this fucking thing to a countertop.
We call it the milker.
My God, it's like holding up a lunchbox. You're going like that. I'm not saying it wouldn't be pleasurable, because you never know what might happen in there. But good Lord.
So yeah, we've got interactive, and then we've got interracial.
Wait, that's that Minster Puncher too, right? The one that has the armature.
I don't know that one.
That should be interactive, because you can.
You mean that nom.
No, not that damn thing. That'll be interactive though. I don't know how else that wouldn't be interactive. That's in your soul. No, Didn't we discuss it once? It was the kind of you can mount onto something, or did you get one in the
It
mail that
had
actually
it
has
had
the
one of the ones,
prosthetic?
yeah, that it has a thing on it to put your phone.
No. This one here is for females. It's mounted either to a wall or a floor,
Oh
and the
yeah,
thing moves inside because it
yeah,
rotates like that in the back, and the armature moves
yeah.
like up and down in that fashion. That's all I
The
was.
German ones. You know, they've offered me one of them that's a full table, like a
Good
full
Lord.
big old massage table that straps everything, and then it
Well,
has
John,
the
if you
thing
haven't
and the
seen the
remote
Pecker Whacker
control.
5000, I mean, if you're
If
over there
we
not
do
doing
another
anything,
toy episode, we'll do it
I
again.
was gonna go ask him to wash it and bring it in here so we could see it. This thing is made with more metal than a new car.
I
I mean,
think he's in a game
you
right
should be
now.
able to claim that as a dependent. I mean,
The
that thing's
funny
got to
thing is
eat.
he's in a voice chat with the Dusty Busty one over
It's
there.
got to eat a lot between the two of them. They've got to. Okay, then you went to interracial.
Okay. And then another. Okay, so now we're just going to skip through these because we've got Italian, Japanese, Korean, Latina, and then we move on to lesbian. Girl on girl.
Now, I've watched 3 girls.
Daisy chains.
Two doing the one to give the one the ultimate orgasm, and it was a squirting video. It was putting one through the ringer, not in, in a good way of letting her exposure. And that was a really good, very, very, very good one. I must say, very good.
A very, very good one. And next, okay, so I actually like this next category, massage. When the massage turns into something more.
And I can agree
Mm-hmm.
that I feel all massages are erotic, regardless. If you just have to clear your mind so you don't make it that way, you're gonna have somebody touch that many parts of your body and you don't feel anything. You're kind of dead inside, unless you can, mind yourself to where you need to be. I mean, it definitely always turned me on standing behind somebody and massaging their shoulders and feeling my dick right in the crack of their ass and just throbbing. Oh, I'm sorry, we weren't talking about that. We were talking about massages.
And then we move on to masturbation.
Okay.
Pretty set, straightforward.
Well, unless you're a woman, then it's inward, right? Straightforward for me, I guess. Might be more inward for you.
Or in with a little hook,
Or, yep. Why do you think a mechanic's hands look like that? I'm not kidding. Look, I can straighten my hand up, let it go. Look at the position my hand goes in. Look how fast that motherfucker moves.
Now, these next two together kind of feel like, and I shit you not, the pictures, one looks like one when she was younger and then her about 10 years later, because we've got mature and MILF. And I shit you not, the chick on the MILF and and then the one on the mature is the same chick 10 years later. Like,
really? Well, I mean,
it looks like the same chick. And then we've got muscular men.
That goes to your swizzle stick from Grown Ups too. We had a lot of people going into the chat about it, but I mean, I don't want to take away from Nocticula because she called it this, and it was the funniest thing I ever heard. They were called Dorito men. They're shaped like a fucking Dorito.
Yeah.
And is that something that is a turn on? That you see it and you think, okay, I want that because I don't think I can have it, but I'll never know what to do with it if I wanted it? Or is it?
So I like the ones who are slightly toned. They can have a little bit of dad bod going with some tone. I don't like the ones that are like like all that. Those veins and bulging just looks disgusting to me.
I get that.
There's only one thing that man should have that's veiny and bulging. Okay.
I'll say when I get rock hard, I used to refer to it as my blue vein throbber. There's one nice that's about as wide as my pinky. It has a little twist around. Anyway.
And then we have music. I'm not sure how that one works.
You never been turned on by music?
I mean, not to musical porn.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily music or nothing like that. I mean,
I don't understand music as a category for porn. Like, do they sing as they're doing it? Like, do they make a whole Broadway production?
But don't you tell me for a second that if your ass was thumbing through that fucking category and you heard the Weather Channel pop up in your ear, you wouldn't stop and watch that porn for a minute to see if it was one of the ones from back in the day. I mean, I'm just saying.
And then the next one, to me, because of how extensive it is, it's kind of grody to me. That's the Old Young.
That hits
it's
so
like
many
girls
different...
who are 18 and dudes are like 80, and the same thing the other way around, like young, like 18-year-old dudes,
so many categories
80-year-old women. I don't know. And then we come to orgy.
I've never been.
The problem with orgies and the problem is you never know who to thank in the end.
I'll just take the room, exit stage left, I guess. I mean,
and I say that as a joke, but at the same time, like, I'll get so into the zone if it's that good that I've been to one of these parties again with that ex, and I had like, I don't even know how many people go down on me, and I couldn't keep track because I was so out of it. I wasn't sure when one went to the next.
I'm gonna put this up on here again when I do it. I'm listening to you. I just tired of looking down at my own dick.
Like, yeah. Half the time I didn't know if it was a man or a woman going down on me.
Well, I mean, who did you end up thanking? You thanked the fucking driver that took you home. You thanked that motherfucker who put you into bed that night because you
thanked the host of the house.
How do you thank him? Do you tip him? Do you rub their nose?
No, you're already a paid member, dude. And even that, so people who will go into an open marriage and they'll say, it's got to be strangers. You know what I mean? Otherwise, the problem is when you're in a small area where you go to these clubs, per se, it's the same people all the time because they keep it intimate, so it's not a bunch of strangers and people know each other. Right. And I don't see how it's any different.
Now, that's I mean? Where it goes back to the whole
familiarity.
Thing.
Yeah.
Being cuckold in that way, I think it's because they more than likely meet there, and that's what's causing the adrenaline rush and making everything turn on. I mean, it's live porn, I guess, but it's just with your significant other. But I mean, once again, it's not something that I don't think I ever could, because I'm a jealous person, same as you're saying. If I have one that's with me, that's mine, and no, you're not fucking with my toys, I'll either beat your ass or we'll go somewhere about it.
And with me, it was young, wanting to keep my husband happy, and
Well, I have never once thought bad, differently, or objectively, any way, shape, or form when somebody else want to talk to me about anything that we're talking right now. So please, everybody in the chat right now, we have 200 sitting with us, and we're at the hour and 2 mark. We're going to run a little bit longer because we're going to finish this category set that she's got here.
There's a lot of categories, Joe.
Well, I mean, I figured you're going to at least scan through them. I don't want to be here for 4 hours.
No.
Okay, now listen to me. If you get to pee hole fingers and you read it, I'm in the stream. I'm in the stream.
So the next one, I giggle because the one on the cover I own. Parody. It is the 60s Batman porno that they made. They made a porno based on the old 60s Batman, and it's hilarious.
First things I ever rubbed one out to was the Wizard of Oz parody and Hustler or Penthouse, one of the two that we had stole from my stepdad. I think it was 4th or 5th grade, somewhere in there. Yep. See, back then it was something. Now, would that be considered me into cosplay and same as you if it done the Batman parody because they're in their costumes?
No, because it's not like, going and doing a cosplayer where one's normal and they're doing a cosplayer. This is a whole production. Like, literally, they made a Batman movie. So it's more parody of a Batman movie.
I know. Have you never seen the Wizard of Oz one?
I don't think I have.
Well, they've got them all. Even the whatever, what were they? The Lollipop Guild, and then whatever the girls were. I can't remember what they're called.
The Lullaby League.
Lullaby League.
So was it a bunch of little people doing it?
No. The main characters. Nah, yeah.
Well, the Lollipop Guild and Lullaby League were little people.
No, but I was telling you that everyone in it, including them, they had Glinda, they had the Wicked Witch of the West, and they had, of course, Dorothy, the Tin Man, Scarecrow. You wouldn't believe how Dorothy got Scarecrow off that fucking steak.
I'm just telling you right now, I ain't going down on the Wicked Witch of the West. Ain't no one eating a green pussy.
I'll tell you what, if I was standing in front of somebody head to toe in green, I would eat that motherfucker like I had to, or I would die. I would eat the soul out of that. I fucking love green, and we're in a green tent as I'm reading these stories right now, and you wouldn't think that I would eat the hell out of a green pussy. Now, if it was nasty,
Oh my god,
and yes, nasty, leaking green, that's
nasty.
one thing, but if it's painted green, my beard will be green. I'm glad.
Okay, moving on.
This will happen. We will leave, and then there'll be spots on me, and the spots missing off her. It would be like I walk out and I have a green face and a green crotch, and she'll walk out with a clean crotch and a clean crotch, just the crotch.
So this next one I think is the same as orgy party. Same thing. Now here's another one.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It probably has like a bowl party and things like that, or a key party. You toss something in there and you don't know who you're randomly picking. It's almost like the candy party.
Well, a lot of this looks like swaps.
That's what that
party
is.
games. Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah,
well, no, just two couples. That's it. No, bunch of like.
I have seen a couple of the key party style movies where you just drop your key ring in, but you're going to see it and spot it from over around. I say which one she put in there.
Right.
I'm gonna get it. What happens if you get stuck with the person you brought?
Damn it, you again.
Mom, I told you to stop coming to these things. Gosh.
So next we're just gonna say it and move on, and that would be pissing. Next would be podcast.
I'm just curious.
Oh. And this is a fairly new category.
Are we on it?
Not yet.
Well, we've had some very vivid podcasts. We've had some very, 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 very vivid podcasts.
Not as vivid as these.
Dude.
The next is popular with women.
Does anybody else see those eyes or just me? Look at my screen. Do you see that little thing looking at me? I'm freaking the fuck out over here. Do y'all not see those eyes? Look right there. Right there. Look at my ear. My right ear. Do you see them fucking little hoot eye owls looking through my mic stand? Do you not see them little motherfuckers?
You are so fucking weird, Rob.
You don't see that minion's eyes. Look at these fucking eyes.
I need to get through these. Shut up, Rob.
Okay,
now this one I call bullshit right here. This is just to add another goddamn category. The category is porn star. Motherfucker, they're all porn stars.
Well, they've got one as listeners, amateurs. Maybe it's just.
I know it's the big names.
But you're right, though. I mean, it maybe even has back to John Holmes or Long Don Silver or Jenna Jameson.
And then we've got like POV,
which, depending on that one, to me,
it can be useful.
Yeah, there's some of them that are, because you always wanted to wonder. Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense. Sorry. I don't know why that thing got shifted that far. Probably because I kept moving. I need to quit talking so dirty.
And then there's public.
That right there goes back to the whole being caught part with me. I was in a parking lot near the area that I live, and really, I shall say, knuckle deep. And somebody tapped on my window. I mean, ass all up near, and all that has happened. I look over and try to get directions to go to Athens. I'm like, well, there ain't no fucking sense in hiding it now. She lost her keys. She's just looking for her keys. Something fell over. Don't worry about it. And that's the very first time ever. But I've never done intercourse. Have you? Well, you don't have to answer that because you might be self-incriminating for the stage you're in.
I mean, it's been long enough. Grad night. It's a small world. The ride broke.
Four Corners.
It's a small world. Like we were on a small world.
On there. Okay.
It broke. We were stuck there.
Talking about being knuckle deep the same time I was.
Oh no. And the other, like,
see, that's because you're a freak, and you're probably on top of the car while I was driving down the fucking road.
The other one that was like a big place that was, was in the elevator at the The aquarium on Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco.
Wow.
And that's because I had a boyfriend who that was his kink. He loved having it in public. So, like, when we were waiting for the freaking trolley car,
okay,
he was behind me.
Before you go any further with that one, have you ever done, like, follow the clues to find me? You know, whether, well, of course not, it'd be text, but I mean, say you already know you're going to be somewhere. You've set a designated spot. You just don't know what room or what exactly place, the vicinity of. Is that a turn on for you to have somebody lead you like that to make your expectations in your heart just fucking race? Or would you rather be on the opposite end of leading?
I'd rather be on the opposite end leading.
Give them a wrong direction.
I don't have the patience to go searching. I don't.
You don't? Well, no, I wasn't meaning like a 4-hour search, but just.
No, I know, but like I'm this kind of shitty person who would be like, okay, I'm staying in this hotel. You need to look for the room with the key barely sticking out from under the door.
Well, that wouldn't be cool. And
depending on the size of the hotel.
I was going to say, yeah, because if you're in a huge one, I don't know. I was just curious. Anyway, go ahead.
Let's see. We were at porn star POV public pussy licking, which we've discussed.
Well, see, this is another way. I think what it is their catchwords, what they're doing. There's probably another one that says oral fellatio and then hippopotamus and you name it.
Redheads.
Yes, you got to wear your freak shoes when it comes to a redhead. I'll tell you that much.
Role play.
I like that. I like that a lot. I do.
And then we got romantic. And then we have rough sex.
Add all fucking 3 of them together and meet me somewhere and rock my world. Someone please. I want all 3 of those things in once because I've always wanted to feel love, but I like to have that own me kind of just right now. And yeah, let's role play it. Let's really fuck our minds up. Let's go to the freak, but I'll be on freak when we do it. Even that's definitely something that I would really get into. That would be something that you would never hear me say asparagus in, and I wouldn't give a fuck if I was hanging upside down off a fucking balcony. I would still be in it to win it.
Schoolgirls.
That's
just playing school.
The pleated skirt, yes, I can get that part, but the whole not as much as they throw it in your face. They throw it in your face too much, and when you see it too much, it's not really there anymore. But it is a very sexy outfit. I'll give it that.
Let's see. Small tits.
Which can't have small without large. You can't be objectified.
Smoking.
Wait. What is smoking exactly?
Usually it's like chicks with cigarettes who like blow. And
okay. Well, I mean, if I see some Virginia smoking, I really want to know. I mean, I will definitely want to tune in to see that. But I was going to say lube will help with the friction and you won't see any of that smoke. It should keep most of it at bay. That's the mechanic in me trying to tell you that if I'm not doing it right, tell me what I'm doing wrong.
So then these next two, again, I feel is just, more shit to add in. Solo female and then the next one is solo male. That's masturbation, dude.
Yeah, should have just kept it in that. Well, unless you're in your... Well, if you get to a group masturbation one, we'll just pass on by that one too, because that would go in the same group. Yeah, I don't get that.
Squirt.
Please. Before I die, at least. I got a heart monitor on, so somebody's really got to check me.
And then we got step fantasies.
Now that is a really big thing right now.
It is. Did you see my Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
What are you doing, Step Pooh?
I really wanted to try to find a way to share that to TikTok without it getting banned, but I know it would as soon as it would.
It came from TikTok.
Did it really?
Yeah.
That is the funniest cross-stitching error I've ever seen, but it is the most perfect cross-stitching error. Poor Nicole's, he must have dropped a fucking quarter or something. I know it's down there somewhere.
And then we got strap-ons.
Wait, before we go to that, Heather just said smoke bubbles?
Yeah, if her cooter, sucks in the smoke and then squirts.
Is that going to go back to the vibrator that has the vape on the end of it?
I
Is
don't
that
know,
one
maybe.
smoking? Click on it, see if they got one, and then go back to your strap-on. Now, are they going to have 3 different categories: as strap-on female, strap-on male, male to male, female to male,
just strap-on,
cow to?
No, it has subcategories inside it, I'm sure, and then you've got striptease.
What? Wait, what did you say before the striptease?
I said they've probably got a lot of subcategories.
Subcategories. That is not what I thought you said.
After striptease is tattooed women.
Yeah. I gotta admit, there is a certain demeanor, but what it is I think it falls onto that whole dominating fact of me, because there's 2 different types. There's the badass, or there's the business, and I think that's where I'm not a yes puppy, but I'm okay. I don't know what this is.
CC.
I'm going to put it on here, because if this gets us banned on YouTube, CC, I will drive to Southern California and give you a hug, because I had never thought of an octastrap. Wow.
How do you fuck 8 bitches at once?
Who says they're bitches?
True.
I mean, knowing CC, she's probably got a plethora of people coming to her. I love you, and you know I mean that in the best of heart and the worst of butt sores. Anyway, keep continuing.
After tattooed women, we've got teens.
You're in Northern. I'm sorry. I thought you. See, don't tell them where you're at. I was trying to throw them off the track. Damn it. Goodness. You said teens next?
Yeah.
I'm not. I guess maybe where I'm old now. When I was younger, of course, but now, no, not really. And it's not because I don't think that I would have a chance with somebody that much younger.
It's your dad, and it feels gross now, huh?
Well, I mean, not saying that I wouldn't be that person for someone, but I don't think the thought of me dating somebody that my daughter just graduated with, no, I couldn't do that. Yeah. Absolutely not. No.
Threesome.
No. But the scenario kind of if it came to when you said the daddy part of it, I can do that, but not mind knowing there's no way for me to turn off the fact that you are that young. Yeah, never. Do
right. That. And next we have, let's see, I said threesomes.
Look at that. You're right. And you are right, though. I mean, I'm glad I added that into my comment, but not that I ever thought that, because I really don't. I don't have an urge to go to anyone that young. If anything, I'm attracted to older or somebody my age. It's just because I'm a kid. I can't have another kid surrounding me. I can, but I have to have somebody. I gotta have somebody. Yeah, somebody's at least got to have the level head on occasions. I mean, I will do that if need be. I'll let them go off the rails too. But I've definitely got to have somebody that can match my freak in all ways.
So we're almost done. So threesomes and then toys.
Well, that kind of adds to both again. Okay, so here's the thing: is if I have toys and I'm using them on a female with myself, is that considered a threesome? If you're having more than one hole that has something in it,
but it's not a living person. A threesome is 3 humans.
So that's what the threesome is. Okay, just because I've seen some robots golf, and a threesome in a golf course is 3 dudes and stuff. Then threesomes. What? Then threesomes with okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I got you now. I got you.
The next would be transgender.
I got you, CC. I got you, CC.
All right, Rob. I think I found your favorite.
How do you know you haven't already passed my favorite?
Because vintage.
I'll give you that. I'm not one who goes to it all the time, but I will tell you this much: if I go to watch something vintage, I will watch it longer than I will the current ones. If that makes any sense, because I mean, I'll get into it like a nostalgia fact of saying I got to see if I've seen this one before, and then before you know it, you're already invested in it. You want to see how it finishes out. Now, some of these other ones.
CC.
What's she doing now?
She asking about her camel toe. Then we've got virtual reality. Well, okay, so camel toe is a thing. It's not on here, but it's the rubbing thing. You know, rubbing on the really tight panties.
Shut the fuck up. Don't start that shit. Don't you start that. Don't you fucking start that shit. God damn
Virtual
you.
reality.
No, go back. Go back. Let's talk about that for a second. I want to talk about it.
What, the rubbing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the rubbing on the camel toe on the outside, on the outside of the panties. That's a huge thing.
You notice I'm giving myself a finger necklace while you're talking about that, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You continue.
Virtual reality.
Never done it. I don't know if I would try it. I probably would if it was there. Only if if you get to pick the person. So like if I took a significant other in there with me, would we be able to see us in our virtual reality, as in if we were doing something, it would be with them just side by side, or would it be something that you would have to like
join because in? They're already like pre-done videos, things like that. Like
I was always wondering that. I know you can go, of course, to do just direct with porn stars and things.
Right.
Who cleans that little thing that slides on my thing? Who cleans that? No, wait, better than that. Who is cleaning the VR that I'm putting on my face in a jack-off session? That's what I want to know. I mean, am I doing it at home? Can we get these things at Starbucks and go out back? I mean, are they waiting outside my proctologist's office? Can I just like is that what's going to be from now on? When they give you the little cup that says we need a sample, they just send you in. Oh, that's a fucking moneymaker. Mark Cuban, if you're listening right now, dude, we've got to hook up the people in the offices in this way. They just hook the machine up. Just like the AI horses. You ever seen a horse get fucked by a plastic tool? I probably wouldn't turn it down, especially now. I'm afraid to put that on. What is that even? Okay. No. Do we have any other fellow finger necklace fans out there? Because you haven't made it to that, and you've actually went past C.
I couldn't get swung fast enough.
You would think I don't even know if they could put choking or not. Go ahead. Continue.
The last one, it's probably in the
fetish or hardcore,
because like you also won't find anything with the phrase force or rape or anything like that. You won't find that.
Yeah.
Because it condones violence. And the last one would be webcam.
Which goes back to almost every fucking thing we just did.
Mm-hmm.
But unless it's spy webcam. Because that's fucking filth.
I mean, to me, this is basically just like OnlyFans.
Oh.
Same thing.
Of course,
cam girls.
Everything and get into everything you've got. And a lot of people expose themselves in front of cameras and don't even know they're on. And then they end up putting that shit on the internet and people don't know it. And it's really fucking sickening. So please understand, everyone, the conversations of this show is completely satire. And for entertainment purposes, we are being just silly, stupid people talking about everyday shit as adults.
Yep, we're being ridiculous.
If you've gotten hurt by any of this, we're very sorry for that. Please, next time, just hit that like anyway and just scroll on. All you guys in here watching right now is popping in through YouTube. Please hit the like on the YouTube channel. Please like us on all the rest of the places we are, because we're on her Twitter. We're on my Twitter. We're on my falafel Twitch.
Your falafel.
Yes. So make sure that you go ahead and check out all of our stuff. The more you do that, the more we get to do. And if you've enjoyed some of the reading that I've done this evening, and you would like to bless everyone with this voice, reading something like, hold on, let me just see if I can, I'll just pull out 4 words. How about I just Mad Lib it? Can I do that? Ad Lib it, not Mad Lib it? As Daddy slowly walked toward her, he could see the throbbiness coming from the inside of her jeans. Steps one more time, the next thing, she's got her button fly down, slowly to the hips. Before his face is there, she pushes him down like a good boy. Now come here, Daddy, and show me how much you've missed me. I'll ad-lib all night. This little light of mine, the itsy bitsy spider. You know, the waters.
And that's our show, folks.
Can I please tie you to the headboard? Can I please make you scream?
You're making Patrick feel dirty.
Until it's no longer audible. Patrick, have you ever screamed till no noise came out? Yeah.
I'm just going to sit here and drink this and tease you.
Has been a lot of fun. Do you want to run for 5 more minutes? Hit the hour and a half mark? Are you ready to go now? It's up to you, hon.
We've made it through everything. So, I mean, I want to ask in here, y'all, before we end, because 5 more minutes, that works.
Yeah.
What are your guys' favorites?
Did you figure out what mine were? Why they're doing that? Okay, I'm just saying right now, everyone who's in here, if you put it in the chat, it's going on the board. So if you're not that open for it, don't put it on the board. Okay. Cece just gave us fucking giggles. So I'm afraid. Oh Lord. Please understand we are in some countries that don't allow you to do any of that. I gotta put that on there.
Some countries, don't you mean states? You can't even watch it in Texas.
Can't watch what?
Porn.
None? Not even if you make it yourself?
I couldn't get on it on my phone. You have to like prove your age and everything there.
Shit. I've got to remount this camera. Sorry.
Oh my.
Wait. Oh, hashtag 5 more. Okay, we're trying to figure out what your guys' go-to porn is right now, and I've seen stay and 5 more minutes, and then when the
okay, I'm gonna explain that one. There was once.
No, I know what that means. I remember.
I couldn't form. Yeah, couldn't form words.
But I'm just saying though, I have seen that. I've actually had people go through the Goldie Hawn overboard.
Yep. I've been there.
Oh yeah, and that's what that is. That is after the squirt. That is after.
That's after a real good fucking.
Yes, that's
when you get the dicking of all.
I will not quit until I hear that. Well, Jonna, okay, I will take it as that. You do not have to put it up there. But if you guys do want to share, I will tell you 2 out of the 30,000 you just named. Well, I really like the role play. I will go watch role play. And I can't specifically say what because it depends on what it is when it pops up. Because if you've ever clicked on, if you've ever clicked on that before, it's just going to keep feathered. So sometimes it's simple. Other times it's really intense. It just, to me, I don't know. I hate that it sounds like I'm vanilla because I'm not. I would allow you to rip me in half if I thought that's something that would make it enjoyable for you. But I have simplicity when I really need something. And I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
I've done about 12 of those things you talked about on there. 13 now.
I've done probably way more than you wanted to know about, huh?
14. 14. Only thing that I could, okay. Here's with this, the furthest I could possibly get was having my hands restrained because it freaked me out to the point that I lost control and I freaked out. I really, really wanted to stop. Now, that was in the time of having 2 females with me while this was being done. And mind you, I grew up with 2 older brothers who were picked on me all the time. So the first thing that went into my head was, God, I'm getting tied up and getting picked on. There ain't no way this shit's happening, which it did not happen that way. It was very, very wonderful, but I couldn't do it. I don't know if it's I didn't trust them or not, but I would love to try that, to trust somebody enough to restrain me. So if I went to stop, I couldn't, because I've always wanted to push just a hair further. But
I tell you what, Rob, if you ever want to have the best fucking nut of your life, sensory deprivation. So you let the person tie you up tight so you can't move, so you can't feel, you can't touch with your hands. That way, then they put the blindfold and the earphones so you can't hear anything either. So you're blind, you're deaf. So all of that physical sensation is hitting you that much harder because you've lost 2 of your senses.
Is that not on that list of shit? I mean, you had everything with bestiality on there, and that's not that. I would like to watch that. I would love to see the outcome of that, and that would probably be a definite turn on.
That's what comes out of it.
Wow. Hold up. I got the goggles right here.
There you go.
I've got the earmuffs. I just made a video the other day with them on.
Don't forget the ball gag, CC says.
I was going to try to throw something funny in that, but I knew it. I couldn't even read it. I'm really surprised she didn't say anything. Where'd we go? My safe word is asparagus. Yep. The only time I want someone to quit is when they're tired. Especially if God, I thought that said a knuckle belt, CC. I lost my shit.
Oh, the neck belt, the next one. Yeah. A knuckle belt.
I think I could get into that because I think I could, but I thought he said knuckle belt. I don't even get into that one. I won't forget those because I have before, and they're not fun to forget inside you, especially when you're at work and you're trying to ride a bicycle.
Careful, man. Don't get toxic shock syndrome leaving that in too long.
I could melt poor kitten. Wait.
And don't worry, Patrick. It's not forgotten.
Okay. Question. How hard is that outer end? Is it rough or is it smooth textured? Not the insertable part, but your diamond. I was going to ask you the last time. Is it kind of like inset like the thing from Jurassic Park where it's in the amber, or does it like rise up like a cut diamond when you're holding it? It rises
up like a cut diamond, but it's pretty smooth. Like you can, it's yeah.
Joking purple. What about, is it like your the diamond plate on your bonk? On how it's normally they're rough, but you can feel how they're smooth now. Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious about that because I can't remember where I was at. The conversation come up was not about that, but it's about things of that nature that would be put places that would probably hurt.
Right.
And that backwards probably would hurt.
Oh God.
Saying.
No.
Okay. Well, we hit our hour and a half mark, hon. I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. I've had a lot of fun. I really did enjoy reading. Please,
and we enjoyed hearing you read.
I was going to say, I mean, I'm just ad-libbing and stuttering through this. The only reason why I did it the way I did it is so I can have more time. So please feel free. My Amazon wish list is in all my bios, including my YouTube channel, and you guys are there in it right now. So just click on it. They're not very dirty.
Not very.
There's one that might even scare me, but I'm willing to read it on here. I mean, we've seen everything else on this show. The least we can do is hear my voice,
right?
Ooh,
we've Patrick. Even, discussed.
No, we're okay. Listen,
love you, Rob.
Wait, how long are we going to run this season? I was going to ask you that in private. We'll ask you right now. Now, really, if you want to say, if we do 20 episodes, on our 20th episode, we will discuss pee-hole fingers.
Okay.
We will allow you to screen share, but we can't be on YouTube when we do it. We'll have to do it on Twitter. If you really want to see what it is, y'all really want to see why I cringe, go on one of them things and search pee-hole finger or urethra stimulation. If you're a dude, I don't care if you enjoy it. You're the greatest man in the world and stronger than an ox, but I ain't watching you do it. And I will punch whoever puts it in my face again.
We're going to call it that episode straight up pee-hole fingers.
No shit. It's going to be hashtag pee-hole fingers, and that's what it'll be. And we will run that shit for a month. We might as well go and start saving it now. We don't know when it's going to be yet, but it's going to be episode 20 from season 1. It's going to be hashtag pee-hole fingers.
Pee-hole fingers.
We might as well call it season 20 our end finale because we'll probably be banned off everything when we're done. But once again, everybody, thank you so much for showing all the love tonight. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you for all the likes. Please make sure you follow us on all of our social medias. Please hit the like and subscribe on YouTube if you've not already with me so we can keep running this on here. I've almost hit 1.1 million now in the views, and we're pushing good. We've been doing great.
Yeah.
So can't wait to get some more because we might have to get us a big giveaway show since we've got some really good companies working with us now. Maybe we can get us some really cool shit. Take her easy, Patrick. You guys have a great evening. For now, we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.
See you next Tuesday.
See you when? No, I think half of you will see you in my dreams. No, me in your dreams. Good night, everyone.